everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a Halloween themed video for you because it's Halloween. I'm going to do a little makeup look just with a couple of my eyeshadow palettes from my collection, which I feel have a Halloween theme to them, so I'll show you them now. The first one I'm going to be using from my collection is the I Heart Makeup Sin palette. This is an OG palette from I Heart Revolution, back when they were called I Heart Makeup, and to be honest, looking at this, it brings back a lot of memories and I'm excited to show you. This is what the packaging looks like. It says I Heart Sin, and then on the back we've got the eyeshadow pans. So these are what the shades look like. It's a very chaotic eyeshadow palette. I have to say that straight from the bat. And because this is one of the original eyeshadow palettes from I Heart Makeup, it is an old formula, but we're going to see how it works anyway. I did actually find this one in the back of my makeup drawers, and I managed to dig the drawers out and I found loads of old treasures, so I'm excited to get them out. This is what the palette looks like. It's definitely an unusual palette design from I Heart Revolution. It's more like their original packaging, which was a bit more fun and Polly Pockety. I really like this kind of thing and I think it's perfect for Halloween. It's just this glossy black plastic and then it's got a giant purple gem on the front. On the back it just says I Heart Makeup, I Heart Sin. And then inside we've got a little, well, we've got a couple of things that are no longer with I Heart Revolution. We've got a little piece of plastic which has the shade names on, and then we've also got this little doe foot applicator down here which will not be being used. I did used to like it when they popped these in when I didn't have any brushes, but I mean, I've got no use for this, but I'll keep it as part of the set. Looking at the colour story in this Sin palette, it's actually just mind-boggling, to be honest. I mean, what am I going to do with that? That's why I've worn a black ghost top, because I figured I could probably get some kind of look from this. I've also decided to pop another palette in as well. So what I'm going to do is show you this up close. This is what the Sin eyeshadow palette looks like. As you can see, I have played about with these over the years and I don't know what the formula is like in compared to the new ones, but I should imagine it's not as advanced. There's a couple of blacks in here. The shimmers look alright. The white shade down here I could probably do on the inner corner, but I'm very puzzled. I don't know why I did this to myself, because what look am I going to do with this? But I guess it's Halloween, so it doesn't matter if it looks a bit crazy. I'm going to show you the swatches to the I Heart Sin palettes now. This is the I Heart Sin palette. The pans look like this, and then the swatches look like this. As you can see, there's a lot of bright swatches in here, so I do think this does make a really good Halloween eyeshadow palette. I'm definitely liking the look of this bright pink here. It looks like a neon highlighter, and I think there's a couple of shades in here that would go really well with that, so I think I'm going to give that a go now. Even sitting back here and looking at the swatches, they're so bright. I'm really excited to see how these look. That was the I Heart Sin eyeshadow palette. I'm going to show you the one that I've got next to pair with it now. The next eyeshadow palette I've got to pair with the other one is this Black Pearl mini chocolate bar palette from I Heart Revolution. The palette looks like this, and I have to say this is the cutest little thing ever. I have a couple of the mini chocolate bars and I think this is the one that stands out the most, just because it is a proper little smoky eye palette. It's really cute. This is what the mini chocolate bar looks like. It's a black packaging with a chrome chocolate bar on the front, and then on the back it just says Black Pearl. Inside you've got some very smoky looking shades here. I'm definitely wanting to try out the silver. I think that looks absolutely incredible, and I'm going to use shades from this as like a top up palette. I'm not going to use this one as the main palettes because I am going to do a video entirely on this, but I am going to use this to accompany the Sin palette. This is what the Black Pearl mini chocolate bar palette looks like. These are what the pans look like. And then these are the swatches. I have to say, this is such a beautiful smoky eye palette. I think these colours over here are stunning, and that, I can't get over how sparkly and bright that silver is. And even for that shade alone, I'm so impressed. The black is very black, which is really good to see. And I think all of these shades would melt really nicely together in a smoky eye look. So I'll definitely be trying out a couple of the shades in today's Halloween video. I've just noticed how sparkly my ghost is on my top. Anyway, looking at these two together, I think they definitely pair well as a duo, and I'm excited to just experiment because, believe it or not, I have not planned a single thing with this eyeshadow look, so I'm actually quite nervous, but because it's Halloween I guess we can get away with mess, so let's begin. And I think also these two next to each other, external packaging wise, I think they look really nice. I've primed my eyes using the Revolution Ultimate Eye Base, and now we're going to look in the I Heart Revolution Sin eyeshadow palette. Looking at these shades here, I definitely want to try out this fluorescent pink. I just think it's the brightest pink I've ever seen, and I think it will look really good in the wing. I also think the pink would look really good with some black somewhere or other, so I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to take my angled brush and I'm just going to go in this pink shade here. This colour is extremely pigmented, so I'm going to try and be as light-handed as possible. It literally looks like a highlighter. That is so bright. I'd be interested to know as well, did you do anything fun this Halloween? Obviously, because this is I Heart Revolution's original formula, I do think that eyeshadow palettes have come a long way since this. But there is a lot of pigment with that, so I'm very happy. I always think black and pink goes really well together with each other as well. So I think for a Halloween look, this is quite a cute idea. Even though I'm not going anywhere, I'll be sat in my bedroom. That's what the first colour looks like when it's on my eye. I am gobsmacked with the brightness of this pink. I think it's beautiful. Just going to go in that pink again and do the same on the other eye. I notice as well, I don't really wear a lot of black in my videos just because I think it doesn't stand out as much in the thumbnails. But don't be surprised if during winter and cozier times I just wear less pink because, I mean, it might happen, we don't know. That's applying really nicely. I'm very happy with the colour payoff. I think this is the boldest pink I've got in my collection. I just can't believe it. Even in the palette there, it's absolutely glowing. Just on the eye. I mean, could you need a brighter pink? I kind of wish I took it more over the eyelid, you know? It is a beautiful pink. What should I do? I think looking in here, we've got a couple of options now. So there aren't as many mattes as shimmers. This is definitely more of a shimmer heavy eyeshadow palette. But what I might do is I'm gonna, ooh, I don't know. I mean, that yellow's a bit much for me. I don't need another highlighter on my eye. But I think the only other choice we look like we've got is the purple. Do these look nice together? That's what the pink and the purple look like together. I do feel like I do a lot of purpley and pink looks. Kind of thinking this might be the only colour combination that I'm attracted to in this palette, but let's see. I think I am going to go in the purple, so I'm going to go in this shade here, and I'm going to pop it on the inner corner of the eye. I've taken one of my little fluffy brushes for this, and the purple is looking very pretty. So I'm going to just try and dab this in the middle of the eyelid, just to try and blend it a little bit into the pink and see how it applies. With the purple, I am getting a bit of fallout. I can see it underneath on my cheek, but what we'll do is just dab that off in a moment. I definitely think these colours go very nicely together. They are very pretty. I think I'm going to take it all the way to the inner corner, and then what I'm going to do is try and strengthen the colours out just a little bit because I am wanting to pop some silver on this. I feel like this purple isn't as pigmented as the pink, but I'm going to try and run it into the crease and see what happens. Yeah, I definitely think the pink has more of a punch, but we're going to go with it anyway. Sometimes the older formulas just take a bit to build up, and you never know, it might just be my blending skills. So I am still learning. Anybody who's just watching this thinking she can't put eyeshadow on, that is probably true, but I'm learning and I'm having fun along the way, so we'll carry on with that. I'm just using a clean fluffy brush. I'm just trying to go over the purple just to see if we can smoke it out just a little bit. It's kind of working. I'm just going to keep going with that. Just gonna dab away the fallout a little bit. I definitely think those colours go really well together. I'm just gonna take some more of the pink though, because I feel like the purple has just stolen the show when the pink was absolutely winning on its own. I'm gonna just go back over the eyelid with some more of the pink and just try and get it to pop back a little bit more. I definitely think this is the colour combination that I'd wear to go out. It really does suit my kind of taste. What to do now is just go in with the purple on the other eyelid as well, and then we're going to tidy it up. As I said, I think this purple is a little bit more muted than the pink, but they do look really pretty together. I'm going to go back in the purple on this side as well, just to try and darken it out a little bit. And after all, makeup is all about experimenting and playing about with it. And I always say this in my videos, but I think I Heart Revolution is really good at encouraging this with its products. I really like that about the brand. So I'm just going to take some more of the pink over the top of the purple there, just to try and blend it out a little bit. I like the colour match together. I just want the line to be a bit less harsh. So I'm going to do the same on the other side now, just to try and get rid of that harsh line in the middle of the purple. I'm really liking the formula of the way these are blending together. I think even though it's an older palette, I really like the way these are blending. That's what I've got on my eyes so far. I am looking to put some silver on as well. So I think what I'm going to do is try and take another colour from here, and then we're going to go in the other palette. I do like the look of this purple down here, so I'm just going to pop it on my finger and then show you. I think it's got quite a darker tone. This is like a blacky violet tone. It's a very smoky colour, and I think it might look quite nice. So I'm going to pop it on now. I'm going to take just a little fluffy brush for this one. I've just popped some of the purple on the brush, and you can really see the grey and sort of black tones in this, so I'm going to pop this on my eye now. I'm thinking of just popping a little bit here and just seeing what it looks like first of all, because I don't know what it's going to look like. I think it just darkened the inner corner a little bit, added a little bit of depth, so I'm going to try and do that again and just smooth it out a little bit. I'm just going to take it in the crease just a little bit, and I am going to do an inner corner shade as well, so I'm not worried about it being a little messy on the inner corner. I'm going to go back in the purple and do the same on the other side. I just think it adds a little bit of depth, popping that colour there, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to take one of my fluffy brushes now and just run it over the top of my eye like this, just in the crease, and it should soften it out just a little bit. But at the same time, this is a Halloween kind of inspired video, so I want to make it slightly different to what I'd normally do. That's what I've got on my eyes so far. I'm actually really liking the darker inner corner. I never really do that. But what I'm going to do now is go in the black pearl palette and just take out the silver. I'm really wanted to try and pop this silver somewhere, but I do kind of think this black one or grey one, metallic one, might actually go better. I think I'm going to try this one first, the dark shade. It looks kind of like aluminium. I'm going to go in with this little brush and we'll try it this way, but I may pop my finger in. I think looking at my brush is definitely going to be a little finger kind of colour, but we'll give it a go anyway. And I'm kind of wanting to just pop it here just a little bit. This might actually be one which would be good with setting spray. I'm actually going to try dampening my brush a little bit just to go in that shimmer again, because I think it might actually apply a lot better with this. Ooh, it smells peaches, I like that. There we go, instantly. Yeah, so sometimes with metallics or like foily shades, they work a lot better with some setting spray on your brush. I'm going to do the same on the other eye now, just on the inner corner. I actually really love that. I think it's added quite a bit of depth, which I'm really liking. I'm going to try and pop some silver somewhere now, maybe on the inner corner. So I'm going to take my brush and just pop it in this really bright silver that's here. And colour payoff on the brush, this literally looks like iron filings. It is so metallic and bright. I'm going to try and be quite careful with this one because I feel it's going to be extremely bright. Whoa. I have got quite a lot of fallout with this palette, but as I said, it's an old formula. But I mean, the colours are applying beautifully. That is so bright. I'm just going to take it a little bit further forwards just so I can try and see it a little bit from the front. There we go. And then I'll just take a fluffy brush just to dab it out a little bit. I'm not going to do it as much as I normally do with that because it is a Halloween video after all. That is what I've got on my eyes so far. I kind of want to put some more shimmers on, but I don't know where I could. I mean, we've got this shade in the black pearl one, but I feel like I like the darker look, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. What I'm going to do now is just the waterline. So I'm going to take this purple from the I Heart Sin palette and just run it under my inner corner waterline. I definitely feel like a lot of the time waterline colours bring the whole look together. Just drag it across to the outer as well, because I feel like it's better to have a darker waterline in this look. I feel like in the last 10 seconds my voice has just got really manly and I don't know why, so apologies for that one. That's what I've got on my eyes so far. I'm really loving the bright pink wing paired with the purple, and I think the little pop of silver and then the sort of dark grey metallic that we've got on the inner corner as well, I think it gave it quite a lot of depth. I'm really liking this look. I'm going to pop my mascara on now, then we're going to go on to a Halloween lipstick. I'm going to be using the Rem Beauty mascara. And now I'm going to be using the Lottie London Vampire Diaries pH Changing Lipstick. So this is what it looks like. I have done a full testing video with this because I was so amazed by it. It's a black toned lipstick, but obviously it reacts to your pH levels. So it comes out a different colour for everybody, and I think that's really cool for Halloween. This one does have a really glossy, balmy texture, and I really like the feel of it. I do feel like this gives me quite a plummy colour, and it does have a black sort of tint to it, and I'm a big fan, I have to say. I mean, I normally wear baby pink and just pastels, but I mean, I like it, and my voice has changed. I'm a changed woman. No, I don't know, it's probably just, I don't know. I am really happy with that look. I think the lipstick from Lottie London, the Vampire Diaries one, I think that really sort of pulled it together. I think it's a dark toned Halloween look, but it's got that pop of colour which is so me, and I think I've managed to make a look that I really enjoy, so I'm very happy with that. That was the Lottie London Vampire Diaries pH changing lipstick. I also used the I Heart Revolution Sin eyeshadow palette, which probably is quite rare to find right now, I think, because it is literally years old. That's probably the scariest part about this video. But those are the colours. I just love it. I'll definitely be reaching for this again because I think now I've found it in my mystical drawers. I mean, I should probably reword that. Now I've found it in my mystical IKEA drawers, I'm gonna keep it sort of handy so I can use it again because I think this is just, I love it. I really do. And also I think it's encouraged me to do something different today because it is quite a grungy, darker look, even though it's got that powerful pink in it. I really like it. I also used the Black Pearl mini eyeshadow palette. I will be doing a full testing video just with this because I think there's a lot of colours in here which you could use to just smoke any eyeshadow look out. And I am going to be experimenting more with eyeshadow. Now I'm sort of getting my feet on the ground kind of thing and sort of getting to grips with what I really love. I'm going to do more of that, and I'm also going to try little things out of my comfort zone as well, which is quite exciting actually. That was my little Halloween makeup testing video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you like I Heart Revolution or makeup testing videos in general, I do make a lot of them and I am uploading every day at the moment, so if you want to see more, please subscribe, it would mean the world. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more, you can follow me on Instagram, that's at Zoey Glitter, Zoey with a Y, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!